Professor Campbell, and I'm here to talk to you about this week's science lesson. If you remember, last week we talked about
slow earth processes such as erosion and weathering.
Weathering is when rain or wind blow or fall against the earth to change the earth's surface. And erosion is often caused by weathering. It's when anything moves or materials are removed from the earth's surface.
Last week was slow processes, but we're going to say goodbye to slow processes.
Hello to fast processes. Fast processes are rapidly changing things that are happening on the earth. So processes that move quickly and that can happen in a matter of seconds or minutes or even a few hours. So this week we're talking about fast processes.
I'm now going to turn it over to my friend, Professor Campbell, to talk to you about landslides. Okay, so you remember last week we talked about slow processes, weathering and erosion. Well, one of the first fast processes we're going to talk about this week actually can be caused by weathering and erosion. Do you have any guesses of what that fast process can be? Felton? No? No. Well, it's landslides.
Landslides take place when dirt, pebbles, rocks, and boulders slide down a slope together. Sometimes these landslides are small and hardly noticeable. Other times, however, they can be substantial, involving the entire side of a mountain. Whoa. These destructive slides can be caused by a number of forces, such as wind or rain. The additional weight of the rain can cause the sand and rocks to fall down, creating the slide. Cool. Weathering isn't the only force that causes landslides. Other times it might be caused by erosion, as the base of a slope is slowly removed by a stream, river, or other body of water, weakening the entire side of the mountain. As a slide progresses down a mountain slope, it can pick up tremendous speed and energy. Some slides have been reported to travel at speeds approaching 200 miles per hour. The resulting winds can be so forceful that they are known to strip the leaves right off the surrounding trees. Crazy!
The momentum of the falling material can go so fast that it can end up going down one slope and up to the other side of a valley, several hundred feet away.
Hi, my name's Quinn, and I'm here to tell you about volcanoes. If you don't know what volcanoes are, as I said before, I'll tell you. A volcano is a vent that lava erupts from the mantle. I know two ways a volcano can be formed. The first is when two tectonic plates meet and then slide away again to form a hole that lava can come out. So the other way a volcano can be formed is when a convergent boundary happens. That's when one tectonic plate goes under the other, and then the other one goes on top to form the volcano. And the one that went under might form a hole so magma can get out into the volcano. So most volcanoes are formed in the ocean. So when magma comes up, when the volcano's underwater, it will come out into the water, and when water and magma or lava come together, they instantly dry to form an island, just like Mohegan. Lava is called magma when it's inside the mantle. The magma is made out of mostly water and carbon dioxide, so when there's a crack in the crust or the tectonic plates, it will rise and then it will be trapped in a magma chamber where a volcano would be. When it builds enough pressure, it will burst through, and we don't need the ocean here anymore. It will burst through and cause lava to flow down the mountains and destroy everything near it. Ah! most mountains are actually volcanoes, because when a volcano explodes, then, well, some of the dry lava might stay over it and form a mountain and dry over the hole, so lava can't come up anymore. Now I'm going to show you what would happen when a volcano exploded. As you can see here, very poorly made, but I had to kind of rush it. This would be the magma chamber. So it would be under the volcano. And then now we are going to do our subject. Who wants to have a nice fizzy drink? Thank you for watching my video.
Okay, today we'll be learning about earthquakes. Earthquakes are when the ground in a certain area shakes. Now this can cause severe damage above and below ground. What causes an earthquake is when two tectonic plates move with, against, along, away, or into each other. They have a chance to stick, like right here. Even though the plates are stuck together, they still want to move in the way they were moving. This is what causes an earthquake. Eventually, the two plates unstick and move on. But when they unstick, they release energy from building pressure. This creates a shock wave that shakes the ground. Okay, the earthquake travels from the hypocenter, where the plates catch and release, to the epicenter, where we feel the most of the earthquake. The boundary between the two plates is called the fault line. When an earthquake occurs, the land near the fault line can raise, lower, or split. Earthquakes most often occur near or on these fault lines. Tsunamis are giant waves caused by a disturbance such as earthquakes, landslides, volcanoes, and meteor impacts. When a disturbance happens near a large body of water, it creates a tsunami. When a volcano erupts underwater, it displaces the water, which is forced into giant waves, which eventually become tsunamis. A meteorite creates a tsunami similar to the way a pebble creates a ripple in the water. When it impacts, it sends waves in both directions to create tsunamis. Landslides can create tsunamis too. When they fall into the water, they send waves which eventually become big enough to create tsunamis. Tsunamis are not noticeable when they are traveling through open ocean. The deeper the water is, the faster the tsunami goes, and the longer the wavelength is. When tsunamis hit shallower water, their length decreases and their height increases. Tsunamis travel hundreds of miles per hour in open ocean, but when they hit shallower pieces of water, their speed decreases to about the speed of a car.